Good afternoon, friends. Welcome on this Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening on this special webinar of the second day of our technology weekend, jointly with Jain Chartered Accountant Federation in the Connect Easy. We are delighted to have today wonderful panelist with us. Our keynote address by CA Dungarchan U. Jain sir, Chairman SIRC of ICI. Sir, we welcome you, sir, and thank you so much, sir, for accepting our invitation. So would like to tell everyone that sir is a technology man. Sir has evolved technology very well, and sir is sending digital card and virtual visiting card and many other initiative. One of the quality of sir is sir can write with both the hands as well. Both the hands together sir can write. So sir has many other quality as well. Sir also member of technology committee at one of the renowned society at Bombay Chartered Accountant Society. We are welcoming you, sir. We also have CA Jayesh Kala, sir, a regional council member, WRC of ICI. We welcome you, sir, on this platform. Thank you so much, sir, for accepting our invitation and present here, sir. We have CA Pradeep Kapadia, sir, a President, Jain Chartered Accountant Federation, Mumbai. We have CA Hirachan Bafnaji, a Vice President, Jain Chartered Accountant Federation, Mumbai. We have a CA Punit Bhai Mehta, a Treasurer, JCF, Mumbai. So our few office bearer of JCF is also busy in one of the initiative taken by the JCF. That is the big Indian firm, TBIF, the big Indian firm. It's like a concept of big eight, a big four, trying to make a big Indian firm the need of the hour. And one of the dream of our Prime Minister Modi ji as well. We also welcome our today's speaker, Mr. Apurva, CA Apurva Mathurji. Sir has 11 years of experience in risk consulting, process re-engineering, enterprise risk management, internal audit, and also experience in a big four consulting firm. And sir is currently practicing in risk consulting areas. We also welcome Mr. Mudit Kothari ji. He holds an engineering degree in mechatronics along with the MBA in business management. He has handled projects across diverse industry segments involving data analytics, machine learning, AI, artificial intelligence, IoT, Internet of Things, and RPA-based solution. So just want to mention that Mr. Mudit Kothari has seen the CA firm and the working of CA firm since childhood. His father is a chartered accountant practicing at Baroda. So he's very well aware about the CA fraternity and the practicing of the CA firm as well. So both will guide us about today's robotic process automation and the need of the hour, that how we can evolve that and use that in our day-to-day working as well. So before we start, would like to play just one of the video that we have that our panelists, few of the panelists in the past has spoken about us on our platform. It's just 2-3 minutes video before we start.
Thank you so much, Virag Bhai, who's been the pioneer, who's the organizer of this fantastic concept, this series. My compliments, Virag Bhai, the amount of efforts that you are putting in all throughout this lockdown and even the unlock phase in making sure that members are using technology to leverage their practice. They are able to understand what are the nuances of technology, how they can improve their own working. And I think not just on technology, all your sessions that you are focused on, maybe enhancement of knowledge, technical topics, or some special series where I had the privilege of being, where you had specially able chartered accountants who were guests and you had taken their interview, had a very good interaction. I think you're doing a great motivational work, Virag Bhai. My heartiest compliments and congratulations to you. May God bless you. We'll continue doing this wonderful.
First of all, I would thank Virag Bhai to be on this webinar. He's a fantastic guy and with multiple qualifications, which he has achieved at a very young age. One more thing, what I would like to highlight over here is that Virag lost one of his limbs when he was just 16 years old. And the level of efforts what he has put in to reach at this level is highly commendable. And I salute to this guy for reaching such heights. And he's an inspiration to such people who have either lost their limbs or who are disabled. So he's an inspiration for all. And plus, he has mastered this art of conducting webinars and virtual seminars, and almost he has done 300 to 400 webinars and seminars in last 7 to 8 months. So it's a great achievement, and he has been doing a fantastic job, and also being helpful to the fraternity at large. Well, some of the
virtual. Sagar Jai Jinesh, welcome you all. I congratulate Virag to connect. There is a name also itself, the connect. Virag is connecting 1,000 plus attendees as well as the panelists on the screen. Friends, it's a very commendable, and I congratulate the person who can do, who have the good intention. Only when the program is success. So I salute to you, Virag, for your benefit and noble cause for our profession.
A big thanks to Connect Easy and JCA for organizing such beautiful programs. And the number, the registration itself says, जो आज registration हुआ 1001 का, वो अपने आप या participation 1001 का registration तो उससे भी कहीं ज़्यादा है. That itself talks a lot about the quality programs that are being conducted on this platform. अगर क्वालिटी प्रोग्राम्स नहीं होंगे प्लेटफॉर्म पे, आई एम डेम श्योर एक दो या तीन उसके बाद प्रोग्राम्स हम नहीं करते. So for the last 3 months, the quality programs that are being done. So my heartiest compliments and congratulations to Virag bhai and team, and also JCF Puneet bhai is here, and all the districts who have not been able to join yet, but they will be joining soon. Santilal Kocher sahab, I know him very well, and the kind of energy that he carries with him, that is inspirational, I would say. मतलब आज जितना वो काम करते हैं इस एज के अंदर भी, तो हम सभी लोगों को उनसे बहुत कुछ सीखने का है. And
I was very pleased and came to know of the great work which this organization is doing. I would like to congratulate Virag bhai on doing such good work on holding these webinars for the benefit of the CF fraternity. This technology week, basically, as I understand it, comes with an opportunity to a number of upcoming products, new products, and probably also some. And I was very pleased and
So with this video, would like to now request CA Pradeep Jain sir, Pradeep Kapadia sir, President JCF Mumbai, to welcome all the attendees.
Thanks, Virag. Good afternoon and Jai Jinendra. It gives me immense pleasure in welcoming you all to this special webinar on robotic automation, process automation, jointly with ConnectEase. I think COVID-19 has been a blessing in disguise. We had so many joint programs with ConnectEase. I think Virag, everyone what I have already have said about you, I don't have to speak much, but you are doing a wonderful job. Let me tell you, wonderful. No words to express my feelings. The way you have been doing it day and night, I think more than 300 plus programs you have already done, and you have given us also an opportunity to be with you. Nearly more than 100 and more webinars, if I'm not mistaken, more than that. So thank you, Virag, very much. And he goes on bringing some innovative topics, and he gets some excellent and experienced presenters. And I think today is also no difference. I think we have a very experienced and talented presenter in CA, Apurva Mathur, who has been having more than 11 years experience in risk consultancy. I think that's also great to have such excellent people with us. And we have Mudit Kothari, an MBA, an engineering degree in mechatronics. I think mechatronics, it is what mechanics was, electronics, the mixture of that is what is yes. Mechatronics. Great. Yeah. So that is what great. And so I think, and today we are very fortunate. Let me tell you, I only want him to become our member of JCF. That is what I'm waiting for. Too fortunate to have CA Dungar Chandji Jain, the chairperson of SIRC of Institute of Chartered Accountants. And I think Virag has already explained his ability about his virtual card. And sir, I have to learn so many things. Virag has taught me something. Now you have to teach me many more things of going further into this technology. And I am waiting for the end. I would wish that you will throw some light on the technology development that our institute, the thought process that is going on in the institute. I hope you will also throw some light on it. I think clearly technology is at the forefront of work and life. Students and teachers are meeting virtually. Professionals are consulting their clients. Business deals are closed on video calls. Now it is not on the golf turf, but it is on this virtual platform that all the business deals are getting closed, and the virtual agents are providing customer support. Everything is technologically driven. So I think we have to respond to the change and plan for what next. And that this is what all about robotic process is. And we have excellent speaker in Mudit, and we have the other person, Apurva, also CA Apurva, who would be telling us about robotic process, which will help us to get the repetitive work done much faster and accurate. And so I think let's listen to both this speaker, and I'm waiting for Dungar Chandji Jain also to throw light. And we have our Jayesh Kala, our own person. He is always with us. He is like my shadow only. So I'm very happy he is also there. And so we would like to listen to him also. So without wasting much of the time, I would request Virag to navigate the proceedings further. Thank you very much. And with the hope that Dungar Chandji Jain becomes the member of JCF today itself. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pradeep Kapadia sir, President JCF Mumbai. So now would like to request CA Jayesh Kala sir to say a few words, and after that welcome Dungar Chandji Jain sir for the keynote address. So over to you, Kala sir.
Thank you, Virag. Thank you very much. As rightly pointed out by Pradeep bhai, it's always a privilege and fortunate to connect with Connect Easy, and you have been keeping programs jointly with Jain Chartered Accountant Federation. ऐसा लगता है कि जैन चार्टर्ड अकाउंट फेडरेशन और कनेक्ट इजी एक दूसरे के पूरक बन गए हैं और दोनों साथ साथ में चल रहे हैं। डुंगर चंद जी के बारे में मतलब मेरे को वो 3 इडियट्स की पिक्चर याद आ रही है, जब वो प्रोफेसर और डीन जो दोनों हाथ से लिखते थे। मैं सोचता था कि क्या मजाक लगा रखा, पिक्चर ही होती है फाइनली। लेकिन जब आज विराग भाई ने बोला कि डुंगर चंद जी के पास भी ये काबिलियत है, तो मैं बोला कि सर मेरे को जरूर, मतलब आई वुड लाइक टू सर, बिफोर यू गिव योर कीनोट एड्रेस, आई वुड लाइक टू actually see how you can physically write with both the hands. मेरे just 2 minutes मतलब we would like to, it's a मजा आ जाएगा, मतलब ऐसा भी हो सकता है। It's really a great thing. And definitely as rightly pointed out by Pradeep bhai again, technology is the future, technology is the present. अगर आपने technology नहीं सीखी तो it is like that we all are going to become redundant. When yesterday only I was I had encouraged my office people to connect with yesterday's program, and they all have attended yesterday's program on Excel, and they were very delighted the functions which they were using Excel, and they mentioned that they know Excel in a much better way. But when they also looked at that program and the how to convert Tally to Excel, they were like overwhelmed, like कि नहीं sir, हमको जब भी ये program आएगा, you tell us, we will join it. So that is the thing, what is the requirement. When we compare ourselves, हमने जो पढ़ा था आज से 10 साल पहले, 20 साल पहले, ऐसा लगता है कि वो सब तो मतलब now we have become educated illiterate person. If you are not knowing technology, you are not knowing anything. As rightly pointed out by Pradeep bhai, that अभी आज सारी की सारी मीटिंग्स पूरे वर्चुअल मोड पे हो रही है, सारा बिजनेस डील्स वर्चुअल मोड पे क्लोज हो रहे हैं, सारे के सारे सब चीज, मतलब आई वाज yesterday I was sitting with my मेरे भतीजों के साथ बैठा था मैं, तो वो मेरे को बता रहे थे ड्रीम 11 करके जो कंटेस्ट चालू हुआ है, I was not so serious, but when I actually उनसे जब मैंने कॉन्सेप्ट समझा तो मैं बोला कि मतलब कहाँ दुनिया किधर की किधर पहुंच गई. द टेक्नोलॉजी has really advanced in such a great manner that अगर आप उसके साथ में नहीं चले then you are really gone out of place. It's fortunate enough, Virag bhai, to connect with you, and Hirachand ji Bafna, Puneet Mehta ji, they all are doing wonderfully in Jain Chartered Accountant Federation, and people would like to definitely listen to Mudit bhai and Apurva for their session. I would request with this, I would thank you. I'll express my gratitude for Connect Easy and Jain Chartered Account Federation for giving me privilege. Over to you, Virag bhai. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. So, would like to request Puneet bhai, our own technology man, and also sharing the committee with Dungarchand Jain sir at BCS, a technology committee, to say a few words, and after that we'll have a keynote address by Dungarchand Jain sir. So, over to you, Puneet bhai.
Thank you very much, Virag bhai, and respected President Shri Pradeep bhai, Shri Dungarchand ji, Chairman SIRC, and Jayesh bhai Kala, and our Vice President Hirachand ji Bafna, all the panelists, the speakers here. I would like to welcome all of you once again. And this technology is something that we all can save a lot of time. Much has been said in this forum right now, and now we are waiting to hear from what Dungarchand sir have to share with all of us. So I would now request sir to address the gathering with his keynote address, and it would be really a privilege at Jain Chartered Accountant Federation to hear you. And as Pradeep bhai said, we would have a full-fledged program also along with SIRC or with you once again, sir. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Puneet, we want the chapter from the south now. We are waiting for that.
Yeah, very much.
Yes.
That's there, sir. Yeah.
So before I start, sir, we will definitely get, give all cooperation and do whatever to see that a chapter is set up in the south. So at the outset, let me thank CA Virag Shah. In fact, he's been following up with for past few months, and the dates didn't suit, or I was kind of having some other preoccupations. I could not give him the date. So yesterday when he called, I said short notice or not, now I'll kind of somehow sneak in some time for the JCAF. So thank you, Virag, for constantly following to see that I'm getting an opportunity to interact with all of you. Pradeep Kapadia ji, Hirachand Bafna ji, Jayesh Kala, Regional Council Member of WARC, Puneet Mehta, who is part of our BCS Technology Initiative Committee, and the beloved speakers Mudit ji and Apurva. In fact, the buzzword is technology, as rightly Pradeep ji said, and I will only request everybody to invest in technology. And about how much we know technology and how much we do not know, I give sessions on Excel, and somebody asked me, sir, how much you know Excel? I told, sir, when I started, giving sessions, I knew 50%, and every session I took, my learning actually went down to 40%, 30%. It was a big ocean. You know that how much you are not knowing actually. So that is technology. As you kind of learn, attend sessions, and you get to learn more, you know that there is so many things which you can actually learn or kind of adopt. And Corona, my friends, let me tell you, has brought the best in all of us. Today it would not have been possible for me to travel to Bombay or interact with all of you, but technology has made it possible. So they say the adversity brings the best in all of us. And they say all the inventions, the best inventions which came for the world happened during the World War time. So it is always during these challenging times, I know a lot of benefits are happening and will keep happening. And the disruptive technologies which we speak about, and which rightfully today is the topic, RPA. Though the word disruptive is a negative word, but let me call it, these are the innovations. These are the innovations which are happening and which are going to help us do a lot of things with ease. I still remember in the year 2000 when computers came, they said ki bas humans are not going to have any work at all. Everything is going to be taken care by computer. But today, if you see, we're actually more busier than we were before 20 years. All the seniors will agree with me. So same way, though technology will take a lot of the human activities, but we are not going to go irrelevant. We are going to stay very relevant because there are always going to be old, the problems are going to be remaining the same. Only thing is they're going to be little different because of the technology. And those days, people used to file their returns on time. If they get delayed, the office used to get closed. Same thing is happening today. The website gets jammed. There is a possible that there is a virus attack. Those time your termites could attack all the paper in the offices. So all things have their own challenges. Only thing is because of technology, things are changing. And as rightly the today's topic about the automation and the RPA, it's a wonderful tool where a lot of human activity which is happening, which are being intervened by human beings, is going to be taken over by the system, where repetitive actions are also required. I still remember that whenever you get into any computer activity, there is one small button which comes, please confirm that you are not a robot. In fact, now there are programs written to tell that I am not a robot. But ethically, I am told a proper program will not have automated program for those things. Even in the automated where they want human intervention, they will wait, pause, and then they take things forward, which I am very sure the speakers will cover. And emerging automation, a lot of tools have matured, and a lot of tools which are going to come. Your Six Sigma, your Kaizen, your outsourcing, your cloud computing are actually maturing. So that means equally there are other things which are coming. Your deep learning, your seamless communication, and very importantly, natural language processing. Today, your Alexa or these WhatsApp bots where you interact is as good as you are interacting with a human being. So that is the advent of technology. I still remember the Google Assistant. It is you just talk something and then you get the information. And there was one husband who said, "Can you please call my wife and say that I'm not coming for lunch today?" And Google Assistant came back to the person after 2 minutes and said, "See, this time I've talked to your wife, but next time I'll not be able to do it. You please do it yourself." So technology, having said the advantages, it has its own disadvantages also. So it is the combination of the two. And Pradeep ji did mention that, as a senior, we have learned a lot of technology and we are learning. Sir, I will only tell the best example is WhatsApp. You or any senior did not go to any training class to learn WhatsApp or, get into the day-to-day things. And today you operate better than all of us actually. So it is just the interest or the need which will kind of, help you to take near the technology. And you wanted me to touch on the initiatives which our institute is doing. The best example which came is the SSP itself. In the last 6 months of lockdown, all the articles registration, your members things, all were having a smooth sail because of the SSP. Yes, there are still some small hiccups, but I think there are people who are working on a regular basis to overcome that. And any transition, including our own GST, we have seen a lot of difficulties, challenges, and I'm very sure this 1 year of difficulty which we take will have a great benefit in the years to come, because a lot of things are going to happen automatically or already happening automatically. I've seen the students getting registered in 24 hours, which otherwise would not have been possible. Yes, where people are getting stuck, they are getting stuck for 15 days, 1 month. But whenever it is brought to us, we have kept one grievance week every week, address to redress, so that members and students can reach us. There are, as I told you, technology has its limitations. Ek baar atak gaye, so you need some manual intervention or push, so which we are doing. And the SARC CP meetings, I will definitely recall, was only getting limited to the benefit of members in Chennai. Today we are able to reach across South, across India, or why say even people from abroad are taking benefit of these programs. So similarly, the RPA, a lot of things are going to happen where the computers will do the job for you, be it tax filing, be it GST compliance. As Jayesh Kala rightly said, today Excel gives you a lot of things. You plan it at the click of a button where you can do the analysis and help for the compliance. And I'm only reminded of a nice quote which comes when this difficult situation came, that in decades nothing happened. In decades nothing happened, but in weeks decades happened. That is what the difficult time of Corona has shown, and I'm very sure the COVID or the lockdown has not knocked us down, and we are ready to face and kind of take all things what we have to do, and I'm very sure that we will overcome this difficulty also. And you wanted me to write in both hands. I won't be able to do that because I require one more person, but I will just try to write with my left hand and show it to you, if it's possible on the screen. In fact, I told Virag it will not be possible now. 2 requests has come, so I will just take a moment and show it. Just give me a moment. I'll remove the camera effect. I'm trying to write the mirror image. This is the mirror image which you are seeing. I will reverse it and show what is written. It says, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. So that's the God's gift. I will not take any credit for what God has given me. So as people have some manufacturing defects, God had given some manufacturing effect for me. That's the reason I could write with both hands at a time. One the real image, one the mirror image. Thank you JCF and thank you Viraksha for a wonderful opportunity to interact with all of you.
Thank you so much, sir, for wonderful keynote address and showing us the mirror image as well. You can write in mirror and we can see it. That is a wonderful experience, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for being here. It's a delightful, sir. Your keynote address also is a wonderful, sir. Thank you so much once again, sir. So with this, would like now to request Mr. Mudit Kothari to start our today's session.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone, and it is a pleasure to be speaking in front of all the dignitaries. So today, the topic, I think many people have already talked about the potential of technology and whatever is going to come ahead. And RPA is something which could be the next thing that, if you understand and if you are able to apply in your day-to-day practice, the upgradation will be much faster and you'll be able to grow leaps and bounds. So with me is Apurv Mathurji, who's a chartered accountant as well. And we are going to, in this session, try and, explore what are the potentials in RPA, where it can be applied in your fields in finance and chartered accountant profession. And what are the opportunities that are coming up where automation is taking place and the redundant activities are reducing, but there is a lot more opportunity and scope in doing value-added activities via RPA, and that is where a lot of work is opening up. So I'll proceed to the next slide now. I think our introductions are already done. So in today's session, these are the things that we are going to talk about. So we are going to understand RPA and its utilities. Sorry, yeah, the application areas, so where all it can be applied, where all we have certain case studies and use cases also, where we have outlined certain business processes जहाँ पे automation हो सकता है, and क्या tools and technologies अभी available है जिसके साथ use करके आप तुरंत आपकी field में apply करना चालू कर सकते हैं, and what kind of improvement and productivity you can get by applying these tools, and what is the scope for auditing in the RPA by using RPA or where RPA has already been implemented. So Apurji, if you can talk about why RPA is becoming so much talked about.
Sure, Mudit. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. So basically, why we are discussing about RPA today? So that is very important for us to understand. So like our very own seniors have already discussed about the technology, and Dungaji has already informed that how technology is, important in everyone's day-to-day life. So this RPA is also one of the technology and the tool which is comparatively new. And comparatively new, I mean that it may be like 4-5 years, like 6-7 years old only. But in the day-to-day life of corporates or companies, it is being used in few years back only. And so that is why we can say it's a comparatively new technology, and we can correlate it somewhere with AI or machine learning and things like that, which I think Mr. Mudit is an expert here who can discuss in detail when we move to next slides. It's very easy to install and use. So by easy to install and use, we have a demo we'll discuss today, wherein how we can install a tool of RPA and how we can use it. It's very easy, and when you see that demo that we are going to run today, you'll yourself note that how easy and everyone and a chartered accountant fraternity can use it on their own. It will give instant results and high benefits. So basically, instant results means that once you install a bot in a particular system and you process all the procedure into that bot, the bot will immediately on the start of that button will start performing your functions, and it will definitely give a high benefit. High benefits in terms of like definitely it will save a lot of manpower costs. It will save a lot of time, energy, and resources. So that time, energy, and resources can be spent on some other technical aspects, some qualitative review procedures only. And now it can be used in each industry. So by each industry, we can assume that we as a chartered accountant we can use in our office. We can install a bot in our client place. Now client can be banking, insurance, finance, production, procurement, sales. So you tell any industry particular, and any particular function or process in that industry, the bot can be mapped to that particular function. Now it is comparatively unexplored opportunities for professionals like chartered accountants like us for consulting and auditing. So because right now what RPA is being discussed is a little technical aspect, but when we go into detail in today's session, you will know that RPA tool is very easy, and everyone or anyone can learn and use it for their own purpose as well as for the client's purpose also. And accordingly, there are a lot of opportunities similar to what ERP or maybe SAP and Oracle came into the professional domain some 15-20 years back. So that time a lot of opportunities it came up with for professionals, wherein chartered accountants and consultants were hired for very technical assignment and engagement for SAP implementation or SAP reviews or some kind of process related consulting while a particular company is installing SAP. So similar procedures or similar opportunities will be there for CAs once a company will hire RPA professionals or they will go for RPA implementation.
Just one more thing that I want to point out over here. So like there was some talks relating to WhatsApp. So just think about a scenario wherein you've got an email and you wanted to download that email and then share it over WhatsApp to someone. So with RPA, it is actually possible for two different technologies to communicate with each other without having any bridge or interconnection between them. So it actually reads the email, it downloads it for that particular email, and then it can also access your WhatsApp and send that email. So it is as easy as creating a communication channel. So that is a function that can get automated. So you can think of multiple function and different process areas, business process areas, where this application can be used to interact with different tools and move data from one to another and do a lot of processing activities for you and automate your tasks. So that is what is RPA. So like in Excel, so now I think Excel is already, people are much advanced in Excel. They understand what the capabilities of Excel is and everything. So now RPA is something a next step further in Excel. So in Excel, even if you create macros, those macros live within the Excel ecosystem. RPA is an macro for your entire desktop, wherein it can interact with different technologies while in Excel you need to know some kind of programming in the form of VB and C. In RPA you don't need to know programming. It is more of drag and drop kind of thing कि आपने एक जगह से दूसरी आपने खाली बता दिया कि यहाँ input buttons है, ये सॉफ्टवेयर में इस तरह से डेटा इधर से एंटर होता है और ये एक्सेल में इस तरह की फील्ड्स है जहां से इंफॉर्मेशन पुल करनी है. So it is much simpler, and if you are able to learn it, so there are already a lot of online free courses on RPA. अगर आप ये सीख सकते हैं, so you'll be able to do a lot of so you'll move from, अभी आप जब एक्सेल में मैक्रो बना रहे हैं, आप उसके बाद आप मल्टीपल एक्सेल शीट्स जिसमें मैक्रो है एक साथ रन कर पाएंगे, उसमें से डेटा प्रोसेस कर पाएंगे, आपको ईमेल कर पाएंगे, और उसके ऊपर ईमेल के ऊपर कोई रिप्लाई आया, then you can revert back to. So that is what is RPA in a nutshell, and where it can be applied within the finance and chart accountant field. So the 25% of the task is in identifying कि automation कहाँ हो सकता है, and this is true for any kind of automation that needs to be done. You need to know कि automation कहाँ हो सकता है, क्या scope है, अभी किस तरह से वो प्रोसेस हो रहा है, और वहां पे अब क्या क्या आपको कौन से एरियाज लग रहे हैं जहाँ पे गैप्स है, व्हेन ऑटोमेशन कैन फिल दैट गैप इन. सो एक एरिया है जैसे प्रोसेस रिकंसिलिएशन, काफी सारे रिकंसिलिएशन एक्टिविटीज रहती है, इंक्लूडिंग बैंक रिकंसिलिएशन रहता है, स्टॉक रिकंसिलिएशन रहता है, आपका इन्वेंट्री रिकंसिलिएशन रहता है. तो जो भी मल्टीपल रिकंसिलिएशन एक्टिविटीज रहती है विद इन योर ईआरपी सिस्टम, आउटसाइड योर ईआरपी सिस्टम, बिटवीन टू systems, all of those reconciliations can be done using by creating such bots for them. Second is काफी सारा जो डेटा एंट्री और फॉर्म फिलिंग का काम रहता है, so that can be performed using a bot. So आप बता सकते हैं बॉट को बहुत सिंपली कि सपोज जैसे कि टैक्स फाइलिंग रहता है, या आपका जीएसटी का फॉर्म भरने का रहता है, या आपका कोई भी कंप्लायंस रिलेटेड फॉर्म फिलिंग रहता है, आप खाली बॉट को बता सकते हैं कि ये सारे जगह पे इनपुट पैरामीटर्स हैं जहाँ पे डेटा एंटर करना है, एंड आपको ये बताना है कि कहाँ से डेटा लेना है. ये दो चीज अगर आप कर देंगे तो वो ऑटोमेटिकली ऑन अ रिपीटेटिव बेसिस ये डेटा एंट्री होता जाएगा. एंड देयर इज जो मैं आपको पहले बता रहा था, तो इट कैन इंटरैक्ट विद एंड इंटीग्रेट विद मल्टीपल सॉफ्टवेयर्स. So it can talk to your mail, it can talk to your PDF, it can talk to your WhatsApp, it can talk to your ERP, and data सब जगह से एकदम easily और मूव कर सकते हैं, और एकदम फास्ट आपको उसका रिजल्ट दिखेंगे. Another area where there is a lot of potential is validating data and data quality. So आप अभी जैसे ऑलरेडी डेटा किसी ने प्रिपेयर करके रखा है, एंड यू वांट टू ऑडिट दोस डेटा और वैलिडेट दैट वेदर द डेटा इज genuine or not, whether it is consistent or not with the trends and everything. You want to do certain analysis on those data to confirm about their consistency. So in all those areas, again, you can use RPA, because what basically it involves is going back to different source from where the data has been pulled to check whether जो source में data था वही data यहाँ पे reports में आए हैं कि नहीं आए हैं. So to do all those activities, again RPA can be utilized. And one more very big feature that RPA provides is, so आपका अभी सॉफ्टवेयर में ऑलरेडी लोग ने काफी सारा इन्वेस्ट कर चुका है लास्ट 10-15 years में, and the industry is growing like every month now there is something new or the other coming up. And to not stay behind, आप existing सॉफ्टवेयर में जहां ऑलरेडी आप काम कर चुके हैं, अगर आप नया सॉफ्टवेयर में मूव करते, it is difficult for you to transition into a new software. But using RPA आप existing software में काफी सारी capabilities enable कर सकते हैं, and those outdated softwares can become again at par with जो आज के softwares है. So that is one more area where RPA is bringing a lot of revolution. So the objectives with which RPA needs to be implemented is, you need to target कि आपकी operational efficiency बढ़े, जो भी आप auditing कर रहे हैं, finance related काम कर रहे हैं, जहां भी टाइम ज्यादा जा रहा है, रिपीटेटिव प्रोसेस है, जहां पे ह्यूमन एरर्स होने के चांसेस ज्यादा है, ऑल ऑफ दोज एक्टिविटीज आर टेकन केयर ऑफ बाय आरपीए. सेकंड इज बिकॉज काम जल्दी हो पा रहा है तो आपका कॉस्ट रिडक्शन के चांसेस हायर है, गलती के चांसेस कम है, तो अगेन आपका कॉस्ट रिडक्शन बेटर होता है. एंड देन simultaneously, because आपका काम अब seamlessly हो पा रहा है, तो जो लोग वो काम में involved है, they are also having better satisfaction because the work is getting done in time with less errors and better reward. So in the market, there are a lot of RPA service providers, and we would recommend, UiPath, Automation Anywhere, and Blue Prism. These are the three leading tool providers in the industry. ये सबके free softwares भी available है, इनके training program भी है. So जैसे आप SAP अगर इंस्टॉल करते तो आपको SAP के रिलेटेड काफी कुछ आना जरूरी है. उसी तरह से इन सॉफ्टवेयर्स का जब भी आप डाउनलोड करते हैं, सेटअप करते हैं, तो आपको ये सॉफ्टवेयर्स के बारे में आना जरूरी है कि UiPath क्या है, कैसे ऑपरेट होता है, ऑटोमेशन एनीवेयर क्या है. सो इन सबके ऑनलाइन फ्री कोर्सेज है जहाँ पे ये इनके टूल्स के बारे में तो बताते ही है, पर यही भी बताते हैं कि इसके अराउंड कैसे काम करना है. सो एक बिजनेस एनालिस्ट का जो आज हम एक बात करने वाले कि कैसे आप इन सॉफ्टवेयर के ऊपर आप आपका प्रोफेशन या करियर आगे बढ़ा सकते हैं बाय यूजिंग दिस टूल्स एज एनेबलर्स. सो ये वो उनके साइट्स पे ये सब भी आपको सीखने मिलेगा. एंड एक और इंटरेस्टिंग चीज है कि SAP खुद भी एक खुद का RPA का सिस्टम लेके आ रहा है. सो लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स इज हैपनिंग ऑन दैट फ्रंट. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, RPA has been broken down into certain functionalities as well. So जो core RPA capabilities है, मतलब जो end-to-end spectrum cover करते हैं, those are these three: UiPath, Automation Anywhere, and Blue Prism. But इसके अलावा Pega is a very known software, Bombay-based company है. Apart from that, Antworks करके company है, which is again doing fantastic work अगर आपको data analytics और उस साइड पे ज्यादा काम करना है using automation. अगर आपको ERP साइड पे ऑटोमेशन करना है तो Redwood is a very known company. एंड फ्रंट ऑफिस साइड करना है तो NICE करके जो एप्लीकेशन है, UK बेस्ड कंपनी है, उनके काफी सारे अच्छे टूल्स अवेलेबल है टू वर्क इन दिस फील्ड. सो यूनिक सेलिंग प्रोपोजिशन, अगर आप मतलब इट इज मोस्टली कॉमन इन दीज डेज, एनी टेक्नोलॉजी विच कैन गिव यू स्पीड, विच कैन कीप यू अपडेटेड, एंड विच कैन बी प्रिसाइज. Those are the three main unique selling proposition, and RPA in a way gives these proposition, and that too at a rate जहाँ पे आप imagine नहीं कर सकते. तो अगर आपने कोई प्रोसेस आइडेंटिफाई किया और आपको लगा कि यहाँ पे RPA की कैपेबिलिटी है, and within half an hour you can automate that process and you can start seeing the results in that same day. So जहाँ पे आज यूजुअली अगर आप कोई IT सिस्टम या कोई नया सॉफ्टवेयर लेने जाते हैं तो आपको 1 महीने से 2 महीने टाइम लगता है एडजस्ट होने में, रिजल्ट्स देखने में. In RPA, the fraction in which this can be done, fraction of time in which this can be done is very less, and results are faster. So आप multiple चीजें, काफी सारी areas, तुरंत जैसे जैसे आप सीखते जाएंगे आप काफी areas खुद समझते जाएंगे जहाँ पे ये apply हो सकता है. So where to apply RPA? As I was mentioning कि it can read your emails, attachments. आप कोई भी वेबसाइट पे लॉग इन कर सकते हैं. आप सपोज ई-कॉमर्स में है, आप या आपका कोई क्लाइंट ई-कॉमर्स में है और आप चाहते हैं कि आप ई-कॉमर्स का कंपैरिजन करना चाहते हैं, तो देन यू कैन मेक अ बॉट जहाँ पे वो Amazon पे जाके, फ्लिपकार्ट पे जाके पूरा उनका ई-कॉमर्स का फॉर अ पर्टिकुलर प्रोडक्ट पूरा वो डाउनलोड कर ले कि आज के दिन में Amazon पे ये वेंडर्स है, ये इनके प्रोडक्ट्स है, ये प्रोडक्ट है, ये प्राइस पे बेच रहा है. तो आपको अगर कंपैरेटिव एनालिसिस करना है, कॉम्पिटिटिव एनालिसिस करना है by reading different data from websites, so that can be done using RPA. अगर आपको फाइल्स मूव करनी है डिफरेंट फोल्डर्स में, सो आपने ईमेल डाउनलोड किया बट आज जैसे डेस्कटॉप में काफी बार कंफ्यूजन होता है लोगों को कि सही फोल्डर्स में फाइल सेव नहीं होती है. सो जब भी आप ईमेल से कुछ डाउनलोड कर रहे हैं, आप तभी बॉट को बता सकते हैं कि जब भी ये पर्टिकुलर ईमेल आ रहा है तो इस फोल्डर में डेटा जाना चाहिए, अगर ये पर्टिकुलर ईमेल आ रहा है तो ये फाइल यहाँ पे फाइल सेव होनी चाहिए. सो दैट कैन बी डन यूजिंग RPA. Form filling and all I have already described. There are a lot of if and then cases. तो RPA मतलब जैसे आप एक्सेल में if and if का कमांड लगाते हैं, वैसे ही RPA को यूज करके आप if केसेस जितने भी है, आपके एक्सेप्शंस है, अलग अलग क्या बोलते हैं इनको, अलग अलग ऑप्शंस जो रहते हैं, that can be programmed within RPA. And now these days RPA tools are coming up with artificial intelligence capability also, जहाँ पे वो खुद स्मार्टली अंडरस्टैंड कर सकते हैं बेस्ड ऑन द इंफॉर्मेशन दैट दे हैव प्रोक्योर्ड कि व्हाट काइंड ऑफ वर्क दैट नीड्स टू बी डन फर्दर ऑन दैट डेटा. सो इट हैज ट्रेमेंडस कनेक्टिविटी एंड एनालिटिकल कैपेबिलिटी, एंड इट कैन आल्सो रीड अनस्ट्रक्चर्ड एंड सेमी स्ट्रक्चर्ड डेटा. तो ये एक बहुत बड़ी चीज है आज. तो कोई भी PDF में से आपको टेबल्स रीड करने हैं, आपको डेटा लॉग्स रीड करने हैं, आपको बैलेंस शीट या फाइनेंशियल इंफॉर्मेशन रीड करनी है, बैंक स्टेटमेंट्स रीड करने हैं, So you can easily do that by developing these bots and reading the data from there. So there are several areas now in your own profession where you can apply RPA in. So Apurji, if you want to throw some light on this.
Sure. So basically, likewise, Mudiji has already discussed about the basics of RPA. Now, being a chartered accountant, we all have to understand that where we can, apply it. So basically, it can be applied in our own work. So our own work means कि हमारा खुद का ऑफिस का वर्क, जैसे कई बार हम लोग we are doing admin related work every month, wherein we are, doing some analysis of our time sheets, making some HR or payroll reports at a month end. So these are some similar kind of admin work. Some kind of recurring and concurrent audit work are there, wherein we are going at a client place, we are downloading the report from maybe Tally or SAP, we are converting into Excel, we are mailing it to some team leader, and the team leader is doing certain analysis based on certain predefined criteria. So all that work, if it is already predefined, that audit work can be captured in the RPA tool. Taxation में there are a lot of opportunities, जैसा भी one example we are going to do today only. So where we are using a clear tax website, and from clear tax we are doing certain kind of downloading every month, and we are mailing it to our clients. So that, or maybe some similar kind of work, but wherein the capture may not be required, something related to that. तो टैक्स में भी आप आरपी के टूल्स अपने बॉट बना के यूज कर सकते हैं. सर्टेन इक्विटी एनालिसिस, रिकंसिलेशन, जैसे रिकंसिलेशन का पहले मुदित ने भी बताया. So there are certain sheets which you have to reconcile every month or maybe every week. तो आपका कोई क्लाइंट का असाइनमेंट है, या आप ऑडिट पे कोई कॉन्करेंट ऑडिट कर रहे हैं, या मे बी कोई इंटरनल वर्क है, so that can be configured in the bot. And similarly some analytics. So there are a lot of analytics tool which are part of the RPA. जैसे हम लोग pivot sheets है, या और different analysis है, VLOOKUPs है. So all these things can be configured in the RPA tool itself, bot के अंदर. तो आपका जो फंक्शनैलिटी एक्सेल करता है, वो बॉट आपका ऐसा करेगा कि बॉट आपका एक आपका ईआरपी को रीड करेगा, ईआरपी में एक्सेस करके डेटा डाउनलोड करेगा, डेटा डाउनलोड करने के बाद में एक्सेल में उसको कन्वर्ट करेगा, एक्सेल के कन्वर्जन के बाद में वो उसमें फॉर्मूला लगा के, जो भी आपने प्री डिफाइंड फॉर्मूला लगा रखा है उसके हिसाब से वो अपना एनालिटिक्स करेगा. फिर एनालिटिक्स होने के बाद में रिपोर्ट डाउनलोड करके वो आपको मेल कर देगा. तो ऑल दीज थिंग्स विच अ ह्यूमन विल हैव टू डू, दैट कैन बी डन बाय द बॉट इटसेल्फ. Just you have to configure it once. Next, consulting assignment. So like we have already touched upon very brief in the beginning, that business analyst will be a new role for business consultants, and obviously CS will be the best fit for it. So the role of business analyst we are going to discuss today in brief, although, but it is like कि you are going in a business or at a client place and you are exploring opportunities for RP implementation, and आपने ये identify किया है clients को कि आपकी ये process में ये functions हैं which you can convert into a RPA, जो आप उसका bot बना के you can automate it. तो और automate करने के लिए आपको what are the process steps to be followed, so that a business analyst will play a very critical role, because he will be a bridge between the company in which bot has to be installed and the developer of that bot, who will be the technical guy. Then auditing. So basically without auditing obviously कोई भी एक्टिविटी पूरी नहीं होती है. ऑडिटिंग तो पहले भी होती थी और आगे भी होगी, बट जस्ट द थिंग दैट आरपीए की भी ऑडिट होना चालू होंगी. इट इज समवॉट सिमिलर टू व्हाट वी कैन अज्यूम दैट आज की डेट पे अ लॉट ऑफ बिग कॉर्पोरेट्स आर अपॉइंटिंग ऑडिटर्स फॉर डूइंग देयर ऑडिट्स ऑफ देयर ईआरपी दिस फंक्शन. जैसे वो एसएपी की ऑडिट कराते हैं, वो ओरेकल की ऑडिट कराते हैं, वो माइक्रोसॉफ्ट नेविजन की ऑडिट कराते हैं. दीज आर देयर बेसिक ईआरपीज. तो वो ये जानना चाहते हैं कि whether our ERPs are fully robust or not, whether we are using all the functionality of the ERPs, whether we have the requisite controls in place when we are running a particular process in a ERP. In the similar fashion, once the companies implement RPA, they are going to do a auditing of that RPA itself. वो bot की auditing कराएंगे. So a lot of different aspects have to be keep in mind when we are doing an audit of a bot. Then facilitating. So here we mean that facilitating with the developer. So basically आप एक अपने क्लाइंट के यहाँ कोई टैक्स का काम कर रहे हैं या ऑडिट का काम कर रहे हैं, so that time you may not be playing a role of a business analyst, but you may be helping that client to move to RPA bot, and you again facilitating that client or the developer of who will be the consultant for that client for implementation journey, कि आपको कौन कौन सी कंपनीज आपको प्रोसेस फंक्शंस में बॉट हेल्प कर सकता है. फिर आपको डेवलपर के साथ में बात करना, कोई भी आपको बॉट में कस्टमाइजेशन की रिक्वायरमेंट है तो आपको वो सजेस्ट करना, बिकॉज सिंस यू नो द निटिग्रिटीज ऑफ द फंक्शंस एंड प्रोसेस ऑफ दैट क्लाइंट, you will be the best person to judge, analyze and recommend. So in that way all these roles, some of the roles are being done right now also, and some of the roles like RP auditing will be the future. So in that sense, we can see कि a lot of maybe unexplored opportunities will be there for professionals. Yeah, Mudita, we can move to next slide.
इसमें एक
You
और
want
चीज
to add
खाली
something?
मैं हाईलाइट करूँ.
Yeah, please.
So जो फ्रॉम अ फाइनेंस फील्ड जो मैं बात कर रहा था अभी इक्विटी एनालिसिस है, तो हमने अभी एक बॉट बनाया था जहां पे लिस्टेड कंपनीज का डेटा, सो मनी कंट्रोल वेबसाइट आई थिंक काफी लोग जानते होंगे. सो वी क्रिएटेड अ बॉट जहां पे हर सुबह 9 o'clock बॉट ऑटोमेटिक ट्रिगर हो जाता था. 9:15 आई थिंक मार्केट स्टार्ट होता है, तो बॉट मनी कंट्रोल पे जाता था वेबसाइट पे, उनका जो भी आज का स्टेटस है वो 9:15 बजे जो स्टेटस है वो डाउनलोड करता था. प्रीवियस डे का जो क्लोजिंग के टाइम पे स्टेटस था और जो ओपनिंग के टाइम पे स्टेटस था उसके बीच में कंपैरिजन करता था. फिर क्लाइंट ने एक लॉजिक दिया था कि अगर इसके बीच में अगर वो डिफरेंस है क्लोजिंग का और ओपनिंग का, तो फिर वो उसमें इन्वेस्ट करना चाहिए, और अगर इसमें डिफरेंस से कम है तो फिर इन्वेस्ट नहीं करना चाहिए. एंड देन वो बॉट जाके बेस्ड ऑन दैट एनालिसिस इन्वेस्टमेंट भी कर लेता था. So such kind of work can also be done where it is trigger based, जहाँ पे आप analysis भी कर रहे हो और आप एक decision या action भी ले रहे हैं. And similarly this bot can be used for अगर आप अभी बैंक financing करा रहे हैं तो financing में आपको जो analysis करना रहता है regarding the P&L and balance sheet for preparing the CMA sheets. So you can use the bots for doing 5-year analysis, 10-year analysis of any company to see their performance. So that can be done using a bot जहाँ पे काफी manual काम रहता है. So those are again certain areas from a finance point of view where you can apply RPA. And so as Apoorv ji was mentioning, business analyst का scope काफी बढ़ने वाला है. And the reason is very simple. So one is, business analyst actually, so chartered accountants basically understand the business problem and requirements of the client, क्योंकि आप day to day उनके साथ dealing करते हैं, you understand their pain areas. And if you can just convert that pain areas into requirements की technology कहाँ पे fulfill कर सकती है, then that is the role that a business analyst needs to play, and it's not difficult. And these tools, जैसे UiPath में एक course है on how you can be a business analyst. They give you the methodology, the pedagogy of how you can actually become a good business analyst, and you can help in solution design. So that, and then एक बार solution develop हो जाता है, implement हो जाता है, then your role is to validate कि जो आपने problem बताए थे वो problem actually address हुआ कि नहीं हुआ. So this role of business analyst actually opening up. And Apoorv ji, if you can give a brief on this journey of a business analyst in an organization.
Sure. So once we are acting as a business analyst for any company, or maybe I'll call it as a journey in the RP implementation whole process. So there are certain process or the methodology that we have to follow. So very first beginning, we have to first identify the processes and the function in which the RPA bot can be implemented. So for that, we can call it a preparation for the journey, wherein we are just having the inventory of existing processes. So by existing process, we mean that maybe in the procurement to pay function, there will be a process of creating, say, purchase requisition. There may be a process of creating purchase orders. There may be a process of creating GRN. There may be a process of quality checks. Similarly, in sales, there may be a process of creating a sales order, then sales invoicing, then maybe in dispatch. So something similar to that. So this is inventory of existing process. Then in that process, we have to identify the opportunity for RPA. Now, the basic rule of any process which can move to a bot is that the process should be repetitive in nature, should not have a high number of, say, exceptions. And if exception will be there, so definitely bot should be trained in the manner wherein how exceptions have to be handled. But ideally, very little exceptions should be there. Then manual work should be there in that whole process. So if these certain basic criteria will be met, so we can categorize that particular process as a good opportunity for RPA bot. Then once we are through with that identification process, then we have to move to the next process wherein we are creating a process design document. In a short, we call it as PDD. So in the process design document, we have a detailed process of having the as-is process ki abhi currently kaise kaam hota hai, and the to be process. So once that process has to be moved to a bot, then how the whole process will be. So in that to be process, it has to be very minutely captured, wherein आपको ये particular button click करना है, अगर ये button नहीं click होता तो X button click करना है, तो इतना minutely आपको PDD के अंदर define करना पड़ता है. So once we are through with that identification and detailed documentation of the process, we have to get it acknowledged and confirmed from our client as well, so that there should not be any exception in the whole process to be missed out, or maybe any other, say you can call it as alternative of a process would not be missed out. Because once that bot will run, the bot has to consider all those exceptions and all those process steps. Then once we are through with that PDD, then we have to create the test scenarios. Now in the test scenario, we mean that आपका अगर ये process होता है तो ऐसे होगा, ऐसा नहीं होगा तो वैसा होगा, something like that. कि अगर आपने sales order की बात करेंगे तो how input should move into the system, what are the fields to be captured in the sales order, and what will be the output. So आपको ये test scenario create करने पड़ते हैं, so that you can share it with the developing team also later on. Then after that, moving over to the third, we have to build the whole RPA solution. Now this is like we are in you can call it as a team with the RPA developer. The building up of that whole RPA bot will happen, wherein the developer will play a critical role, because you have to hand over the PDD to the developer team. Developer will make a bot out of it, and based on the understanding that you will pass on from the client to the developer team. Then implementing the agreed process, wherein you are implementing the bot on a so you can say a test server, कि आपने एक बार उसको test server पे implement करना है. Building the bot architecture, robot architecture से mean that who all will be having the access right, वो कहाँ पर install होगा, वो कौन उसका database create करेगा, वो कैसे exceptions को read करेगा. So all those architecture related things will also be building up during this whole process. Then now after this step, we'll assume that the bot has been developed by the developer. So you have, say, played a role of passing on the information from the client to the developer team based on your feedback and inputs. Developer has prepared a bot. Now comes the role of doing a testing. So testing phase may you have to, what all test scenarios you have created earlier, you have to test those all scenarios in that bot. So basically you have to coordinate between the developer and the client, and the basic you have to see that whether the desired results are being given by the bot or not. कोई exception अगर होगा तो exception को भी वो read कर पा रहा है कि नहीं कर पा रहा, और आपको हर तरीके से test डालने पड़ते हैं, so that bot कहीं पर भी कोई error तो show नहीं करता. Because once the bot is being implemented in the live server, it's very difficult to identify and stop the bot. So that's why you have to create a certain aspect कि bot को ये पता लग जाए कि अगर x चीज आ जाएगी या y चीज आ जाएगी, then it has to show a, say, error message to the user, so that user can take control of that bot and complete the process after that. Then user acceptance training. So basically user acceptance training में you have to get involved the concerned user also, basically the client, and you have to get it confirmed कि आपको ये desired result था, and from the manual process we are getting this result, and when we are running this whole process in the bot, this is the exactly same result we are getting, but in the lesser time. So basically we are meeting the objective. So after that, user will confirm and sign off on the UAT, and you have to move to the next phase. And now maybe we can assume that after that RPA will be implemented. जब RPA implement हो जाएगा, then the whole process will not stop there, but it is only the starting point of the whole journey of RPA environment. So basically this means that it is stabilizing the RPA. Stabilizing means that now on a day-to-day or maybe regular process, we are measuring the actual results versus expected results. This means that whether are we getting the desired results in the lesser time, and we are saving the required resources or not, whether all the parameters are being captured or not, whether the desired outputs are being reported to the concerned person in the company or not. All these parameters will be checked on a periodic basis. Then preparing documents, user manuals, it's very important part, because you have to handle that. You don't have to handle your own, but you have to pass on that bot to the concerned person in the company. So that's why it's important for us to prepare a user manual. जैसे हम SOPs बनाते हैं, similar to that हमारा user manual और document बनेगा कि bot को कैसे handle करना है, कैसे start करना है. So bot भी दो type के होते हैं, one is attended and one is unattended. तो अगर वो attended bot होगा तो then one manual person has to kickstart the bot, and he has to see कि वो bot कहीं पे error दे रहा है, तो he has to again plug into the process कि कहीं पे error को ठीक करना and again bot को restart करना, something similar to that. अगर वो unattended bot होगा तो bot will automatically run. So the user just have to, IT team has to keep in mind कि whether bot is not showing any error message, तो वो logs maintain करेगा system में और logs को view करेगा IT वाला. So similar to that. Then when we are through with that, we have to give training to the business users. Now ab is training mein this is somewhat similar to what when SAP or maybe ERP was implemented in the corporate, they got training of how to access various T codes in SAP. उनको ये नहीं बताया गया था कि आपको अकाउंटिंग एंट्री कैसे डालनी है, उनको ये बताया गया था कि आपको इनवॉइसिंग करना है, तो आपको इनवॉइसिंग के टाइम पे आप ये 10 बटन क्लिक करेंगे तो आपका इनवॉइस क्लिक हो जाएगा, बन जाएगा. तो सिमिलर टू दैट बॉट में भी आपको जब ट्रेनिंग देंगे तो आपको ट्रेनिंग में ये मिलेगा यूजर्स को कि आपको बॉट को ऐसे चलाना है और अगर कोई एरर आएगा तो आपको ऐसे दिख जाएगा. वो आपको प्रोसेस नहीं बताएगा बिकॉज प्रोसेस तो ऑटोमेट ऑलरेडी हो चुका है. सो बेसिकली ट्रेनिंग इन से यू कैन से कि अराउंड दैट होल बॉट हाउ टू हैंडल. Then assessing the performance, it's very important obviously because it is a continuous process. तो ऐसा नहीं होगा कि आपने आज बॉट बनाया और कल आपका काम खत्म, because it is a day-to-day regular updation in the technology, in the manpower, in the approval hierarchy, in the email address of various people, or maybe change of the version of the software. So basic very different parameters will be there in your whole process जिसके लेकर आपने बॉट बनाया है. So आपका ऐसा नहीं होता कि बॉट आपने एक बार बना दिया and you for the whole 5 years 10 years lifetime the same bot will be running. So you have to see whether any input parameter or any related application has undergone any change or not during that period. अगर वो ऐसा होता है तो आपको बॉट को भी accordingly change करना पड़ता है. And so likewise you have to assess the performance whether the required performance has been met continuously and regularly by the bot or not. तो ये सारा काम बिजनेस एनालिस्ट के जिम्मे आएगा. तो बिजनेस एनालिस्ट विल नॉट बी हैविंग अ स्मॉलर रोल कि हम क्लाइंट को गए और हमने बोला कि सर आप एक्स प्रोसेस पे बॉट बना दीजिए और हमारा काम खत्म हो गया. इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट. सो इट विल बी अ कंटिन्यूअसली रनिंग प्रोसेस. सो वी हैव टू and obviously our clients also have to have that bigger picture in mind wherein RPA is a journey, it's an environment, and we have to be a part of the journey from beginning till the end, and there may not be end in the near future obviously because it's a continuous process. Mudit bhai, if I've missed anything you can please pitch in here.
Yeah, no, I think एक चीज खाली यहाँ पॉइंट आउट, भले ही आपको प्रोसेस लंबा लगेगा बट दिस प्रोसेस अगर आप एक्चुअली जब इम्प्लीमेंट करने जाएंगे तो अगर आप एक बिजनेस एरिया को पकड़ के चल रहे हैं या एक प्रोसेस एरिया को पकड़ के चल रहे हैं तो आपको एक दिन से ज्यादा ये स्टेप्स करने में टाइम नहीं लगेगा. और ये स्टेप्स डॉक्यूमेंट करने में एडवांटेज ये है कि आपको पता रहेगा कि आप पहले क्या थे और आप आगे किस तरफ मूव कर रहे हैं. और दूसरा है कि अपूर्व जी जैसे खुद भी काफी सारे बॉट्स डे टू डे बनाते हैं, तो ये तभी आपको काम बिजनेस एनालिस्ट का जो आप एक्टिव रोल तब आएगा जब आप बहुत बड़ा कोई प्रोजेक्ट हैंडल कर रहे हैं. बट आप छोटे छोटे फंक्शंस में जब आप बॉट इंप्लीमेंट कर रहे हैं इट माइट नॉट बी नेसेसरी कि आपको ये पूरा डॉक्यूमेंटेशन करना है. एक बेसिक डॉक्यूमेंटेशन के साथ एंड इफ यू नो RPA टेक्नोलॉजी तो आप खुद भी बॉट बना सकते हैं. सो यू नीड नॉट लिमिट योरसेल्फ कि इतना सारा प्रोसेस एरियाज है तो शायद टाइम ज्यादा लगेगा, मेहनत ज्यादा लगेगी, बट काफी स्कोप है ये चीज कराने में भी बिकॉज पीपल हु कैन अंडरस्टैंड दी अपॉर्चुनिटी. मैं जैसे पॉइंट आउट कर रहा था 25% या 50% तो वही पूरा इसका गेम है. सो एक अगेन एक केस स्टडी लेना चाहूंगा अब यहाँ पे कि सो हियर वी प्लेड अ रोल ऑफ अ बिजनेस एनालिस्ट एंड बॉट इम्प्लीमेंटर बोथ, जहाँ पे क्लाइंट के यहाँ पे एक प्रोसेस था where they wanted to so they are a manufacturing company and they are providing parts to automobile company, two-wheeler automobile manufacturing company. तो उनको जब भी उनके क्लाइंट जो ऑटोमोबाइल कंपनी थी रेट रिवाइज करती थी क्लाइंट, तो जो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कंपनी है दे हैड टू डू अ रेट रिविजन ऑन अ रेट्रोस्पेक्टिव बेसिस ऑन द क्लाइंट रेट रिविजन करता था. दैट यूज्ड टू बी डन ऑन अ quarterly basis. So every quarter each plant, so the manufacturing company had 4 plants, so each plant had to spend at least 10 man days in a quarter to do this manual activity. और अगर आप 4 प्लांट गिन ले तो ओवरऑल 40 man days जाते थे खाली ये रिपीटेटिव एक्टिविटी करने में जहाँ पे उनको रेट्रोस्पेक्टिव एक्शन ना ही सिर्फ कस्टमर साइड करना था, बट जब कस्टमर का रेट रिवाइज होता था उनको उनके वेंडर के साइड भी रेट रिविजन करना पड़ता था। सो बिकॉज ऑफ दिस काफी फाइनेंशियल इम्पैक्ट भी आता था उनके उसमें। दूसरा था कि ये एक्टिविटी काफी टाइम कंज्यूमिंग थी, दो रिपीटेटिव सीनियर मैनेजमेंट को भी काफी इन्वॉल्व होना पड़ता था काफी टाइम, एंड उसके कारण बिकॉज ऑफ द लेस एक्यूरेसी एंड क्योंकि 4 प्लांट अलग अलग प्रोसीजर्स फॉलो करते थे, तो काफी टाइम लास्ट में जब कंपाइलेशन करना था, अगेन दैट यूज्ड टू बी वेरी चैलेंजिंग फॉर देम। सो प्रोसेस ऐसा था कि क्लाइंट मेल पे, उनका जो ऑटोमोबाइल कंपनी जो क्लाइंट है वो उनको मेल पे रिवाइज रेट भेजते थे, और देयर आर क्लोज टू 40,000 पार्ट्स जो ये कंपनी प्रोवाइड करती थी वो ऑटोमोबाइल आउटलेट को। तो आप समझ सकते हैं कि कितना कॉम्प्लिकेशन है। अब जब मेल पे आता था तो पहले वो बंदा मेल डाउनलोड करता था, डाउनलोड करने के बाद वो एक पार्ट वेंडर वाइज मतलब आइटम वाइज एक मास्टर शीट मेंटेन करते थे, और हर आइटम में फिर उसके सामने वो रिवाइज रेट रेगुलर बेसिस में एक्सेल में वो एंटर करते थे कि प्रीवियस क्वार्टर का रेट इतना था, अब नया क्वार्टर का जो रेट आया वो पीडीएफ, जो क्लाइंट से पीडीएफ आई है वो खोलते थे, वो देखते थे वो आइटम में रेट उन्होंने रिवाइज किया है नहीं किया है। अगर रेट रिवाइज किया तो वो रिवाइज रेट फिर अपनी एक्सेल शीट जो मेंटेन करते थे उसमें वापस जाते थे और फिर वो रेट वहां पे पहले एंटर करते थे। ये होने के बाद एक बार उनका मास्टर शीट अपडेट हो जाता था, उसके बाद वो एसएपी में जाते थे, एसएपी में से फिर वो सेल्स और परचेज रजिस्टर एक्सपोर्ट करते थे, और उसके बाद जहां जहां आइटम में रेट रिवीजन आया है वो सारे आइटम के ऊपर पहले उनको फिल्टर करते थे, और उनमें फिर बेस्ड ऑन देयर फिल्ट्रेशन भी जो अप्लाई करते थे तो अप्लाई इस तरह से करते थे क्योंकि वो ट्रांजैक्शन उन्हीं ट्रांजैक्शंस पे इम्पैक्ट आना चाहिए जो वो पर्टिकुलर क्वार्टर में हुए हैं उस पे। सो वो जीआरएन एंट्री के ऊपर से वो उसके ऊपर फिल्टर लगाते थे, फिर वो रिवाइज रेट जो उन मास्टर शीट में थी और यहाँ पार्ट्स के सामने वापस वो रिवाइज शीट के ऊपर से कैलकुलेशन कर देते। फिर तो उन्होंने ऑलरेडी बिल कर चुके हैं और उसके सामने जो अब रिवाइज रेट के ऊपर से कैलकुलेशन आया उसके बीच में जो डिफरेंसेस है वो डिफरेंसेस के ऊपर से वो क्रेडिट नोट या नोट क्रिएट करते थे विच वुड अगेन बी सेंट टू द कस्टमर और द वेंडर। सो ये प्रोसेस अगर आप समझ पाए तो काफी रेपिटेटिव इन नेचर है, और हर प्लांट में एटलीस्ट 2 बंदे लगते थे ये काम करने के लिए। सो इस प्रोसेस को अब हमने इस तरह से ऑटोमेट किया कि अब कि उनका रिवाइज रेट शीट, उनका सेल्स एंड परचेज रजिस्टर फ्रॉम ईआरपी और जो उनका कस्टमर का रिवाइज शीट है वो सब विद इन आरपीए इकोसिस्टम मैनेज होना चालू हो गया। एंड दिस ये हमने क्या किया, ये हमने सेंट्रल लेवल पे कर दिया। तो पहले जहाँ 4 प्लांट में अलग अलग होता था एक्टिविटी, नाउ ये एचओ में ही पूरा एक्टिविटी होने लगा। जहाँ पे बॉट क्या करता था, नाउ बॉट यूज्ड टू, जब भी एक ईमेल का एक सब्जेक्ट हमने ट्रिगर कर दिया था कि जब भी इस क्लाइंट से ये तरह का ईमेल आए तो बॉट को अपने आप ट्रिगर हो जाना चाहिए, वो मेल डाउनलोड कर लेनी चाहिए, वो एक पर्टिकुलर फोल्डर असाइन कर दिया था कि इस ये मेल को ये जो भी डॉक्यूमेंट आया उसको ये रीनेम करके ये फोल्डर में रखना है। फिर वो पीडीएफ फाइल खोलते थे, पीडीएफ फाइल खोलने के बाद ऑटोमेटिकली बॉट वहां से डेटा रीड करके जो मास्टर शीट है उसमें अपडेट कर देता था। फिर वो एसएपी में जाता था, एसएपी में लॉगिन ऑटोमेटिकली कर लेता था एंड सेल्स एंड परचेज रजिस्टर वहां से एक्सट्रैक्ट कर लेता था। फिर जो भी रेट रिविजन अप्लाई करना होता है वो रेट रिविजन अप्लाई करके क्रेडिट नोट डेबिट नोट बना के सीधा एसएपी में वापस वो एंट्रीज अपलोड भी कर देता था, क्लाइंट और वेंडर को नोटिफिकेशन भी भेज देता था। सो दिस इज ऑल द एक्टिविटी दैट गॉट कंपाइल्ड इन द बॉट, एंड इसके कारण काफी सारे इंटेंजिबल बेनिफिट्स भी हुए क्लाइंट को। सो एक है कि इनमें 2 तरह के जो बेनिफिट है, जो टैंजिबल बेनिफिट है वो तो ये है कि आपका टाइम टू प्रोसेस ऑल दिस इंफॉर्मेशन कम हो गया। तो जहां उनका 40 मैन डेज पर क्वार्टर लगते थे, अब वो इट केम डाउन टू 1.5 hours इन अ क्वार्टर। सेकेंड इज कि उनका एफिशिएंसी और रिलायबिलिटी काफी बढ़ गया। बट जो इंटेंजिबल बेनिफिट्स है वो काफी ज्यादा थे। तो जो भी इनकरेक्शंस जाती थी, जो भी सपोज कोई ह्यूमन एरर हो सकती है कि आपने गलत परचेज रजिस्टर डाउनलोड कर लिया है, गलत पीरियड का परचेज रजिस्टर डाउनलोड कर लिया, या कस्टमर का डेटा आपने जो रिवाइज रेट अपडेट किया वो गलत कॉलम में ऐड कर दिया। तो ये सारी जो भी मैनुअल या ह्यूमन एरर एग्जिस्ट होते थे, दोज ऑल गॉट रिमूव्ड बाय द सॉल्यूशन। दूसरा था कि रिकंसिलिएशन लगाते वक्त काफी बार जब आप वीलुकअप या कुछ भी लगाते हैं तो नाम मैच नहीं होता या कुछ एक कोड चेंज हो जाता है जिसके कारण आपको फिर आप एक्सेप्शंस नहीं कैप्चर कर पाते। तो वो सारी चीजें बॉट अपने आप आइडेंटिफाई करने लग गया, और अगर एक्सेप्शंस आते थे तो तुरंत उसी टाइम पे एक एक्सेप्शन का भी मेल चला जाता था क्लाइंट को कि इतने पार्ट्स है जिसमें एक्सेप्शन है, एंड द एक्शन वुड बी टेकन इमीडिएटली ऑन दोज थिंग्स. सो इस तरह की काफी सारी इंटेंजिबल चीजें हैं विच ऑल्सो गॉट रिमूव्ड, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ विच प्रोसेस काफी स्ट्रीमलाइन हो गया. एंड नाउ द क्लाइंट इज थिंकिंग फर्दर कि अब ये एक प्रोसेस ऑटोमेट हो गया है ऑन देयर रेट रिविजन साइड. नाउ दे आर प्लानिंग टू automate different areas related to this, like vendor management and further processes linked to that. So the benefits that they got from automating this small process was, one is they got improved control. तो पहले क्योंकि 4 प्लांट में अलग अलग एक्टिविटी रहती थी, अलग अलग लोग अपने अलग अलग स्टाइल से काम करते थे, तो वहां पे थोड़ा इनकंसिस्टेंसी था और जिसके कारण काफी मिसमैच रहता था. तो दे गॉट अ बेटर कंट्रोल बाय इम्प्लीमेंटिंग दिस सोल्यूशन. सेकंड इज अगेन कॉस्ट, जो मैं बता रहा था कि टाइम कम हो गया तो ऑटोमेटिकली आपका नॉन वैल्यू एडेड एक्टिविटी में कम टाइम स्पेंड होने लगा, एंड यू वर एबल टू ऑप्टिमाइज दैट टास्क. थर्ड इज डेटा एक्यूरेसी. सो नाउ जो ह्यूमन एरर्स के कारण डेटा इधर उधर गलती से हो जाता था, तो वो सारी चीजें एड्रेस हो गई थी. एंड बिकॉज द बॉट हैज 24/7 ऑपरेशनल कैपेबिलिटी, तो इट इज नॉट नेसेसरी कि वो आपका स्टैंडर्ड 9 to 6 या 9 to 5 के बीच में उसको काम करना है. द बॉट कैन वर्क इवन एट नाइट, सो विदाउट बीइंग टायर्ड. सो अगर रात को भी अगर क्लाइंट से ईमेल आया, तो ये जो पूरा प्रोसेस जो था दिन में होने की जगह रात को ही पूरा मिडनाइट के टाइम पे रन हो जाता था. So because of that, lot of work hours of those employees got saved, and they were able to do much more value added and productive activity. So now we are entering कि अब एक बार आपने already अगर automation कर दिया है, तो अब automation करने के वक्त अब जैसे हम business analyst का role जो बता रहे थे कि जहाँ पे आप understand कर रहे थे कि client के क्या क्या processes है जहाँ पे automation करना चाहिए, and you were implement those processes. Now we want to talk about कि अगर एक बार implementation हो गया है, उसके बाद this is a new field that is coming up, and this will pick up very quickly, जहाँ पे आप already audit करेंगे कि अब जो हो गया वो सही तरह से हुआ है कि नहीं हुआ. So अपूर्व जी, your thoughts on this?
Yeah, sure. So basically, once we'll assume that we have implemented a bot in a company and we are appointed as an auditor. So abhi auditing mein we have to consider all those aspects which are very important for a system auditor, which are important for an internal auditor, which are important for a say financial auditor also. So when we are talking about say system auditor, so similar, since bot is a tool which is implemented in a say desktop or a system or a server at the client place, you have to identify कि वहाँ पर cyber threat तो नहीं है. So whether the data leakages are not happening, whether the access rights things are perfect. So all these things are being taken care of. So this is somewhat similar to what many of us have learned maybe in the DISA course or maybe during the course of doing CISA or something similar to that. Now before that, there is related to some strategy also, like license compliance. So all these tools which are being taken up by the company should be licensed tool. So it should have a proper strategy in place, should have the governance structure in place by that company. Just governance structure के ऊपर ही RPA का whole environment will play the critical role. Then since we have already discussed about the cyber and the data leakage, then there is incident management, business continuity. This is somewhat similar to what many of us or many of our clients, or rather most of the people in across the world have faced during this pandemic, कि जैसे ही आपको लॉकडाउन हुआ एंड आपका बिजनेस शट हो गया, बट दैट टुक से अराउंड 1 week or 10 days to stabilize, because तब लोगों ने जाना कि we could not stop the working. So in the they have adopted some different means similar to what we are doing the meeting through webinar. So similarly, if the bot, how that business continuity plan will be there for that bot itself. Then regulatory compliance, whether we are not missing out any regulatory compliance during the course of whole RPA journey, we have to keep in mind that as well. So this is somewhat similar to say आपका GST का proper GST charge हो रहा है नहीं हो रहा है बिल में, आपका सही रेट पिक कर रहा है कि नहीं कर रहा, या फिर आप कोई अकाउंटिंग एंट्री ऑटोमेट पोस्ट करवाना चाह रहे हैं, तो TDS अगर वो कट रहा है तो सही रेट उसका पिक कर रहा है नहीं कर रहा. So similar to these events. Then identity and access management, this is similar to what we give an access rights in a particular software. Similarly in bot also, who is authorized to do any change in the bot, who is authorized to see the logs in the bot, who is authorized to be the the person who has to run that bot if it is a that bot wherein has to be manually run. So secured business process, that means that all business process have been covered up in that bot. Then process screening, business case and vendor finalization, RP implementation, this is all related to RP journey. तो आपको जब आप ऑडिटर अपॉइंट होते हैं या अभी सिंस दिस फील्ड इज नॉट बीइंग स्टार्टेड अप येट, दिस इज गोइंग टू बी इन द फ्यूचर, so all these things will be playing a very critical role for that auditor itself. So keep considering strategy, technology, financial operations, operational related things, and regulatory compliances. So basically covering all the business risk related to that function or the whole process.
Right.
Yeah, Mudit.
Yeah, I'll just add over here in the continuity point. So there is this manufacturing company. It is an MSME, and they were using an HRMS system, and they wanted कि वो HRMS system और जो उनका biometric device है, तो biometrics और HRMS system connected नहीं थे. So we created a bot जहाँ पे वो biometric का जब भी attendance का entry होता था, तो एक अलग से उसकी Excel file या database create होता था. वहां से वो डेटा पुल करके HRMS सिस्टम में एंटर करना था. ये करने के लिए हमने जब बॉट इम्प्लीमेंट किया तो उनके सर्वर पे किया था इम्प्लीमेंट. ड्यूरिंग लॉकडाउन पावर फेलियर के कारण एक बार उनका सिस्टम बंद हो गया, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट जब रीस्टार्ट हुआ, जब पावर वापस सिस्टम रीस्टार्ट हुआ, तब ये बॉट का वर्किंग स्टॉप हो गया, बिकॉज वी डिडंट कंसिडर दिस सिनेरियो जहाँ पे जब पावर कट ऑफ हुआ तो वापस बॉट रीस्टार्ट करना है कि नहीं करना है. वी वर रिलाइंग की सर्वर 24/7 चालू रहता है तो ऐसा सिनेरियो नहीं आने वाला है. सो बिकॉज ऑफ दिस एटलीस्ट अ मंथ ऐसा गया जहाँ पे बायोमेट्रिक से HRMS में डेटा का मूवमेंट नहीं हो पाया. दे वर गेटिंग रॉन्ग रिपोर्ट्स. सो फ्रॉम अ कंटिन्यूटी पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू अंडरस्टैंड कि जब भी आप RP इम्प्लीमेंट कर रहे हो तो आप ये सारी चीजें कंसिडर कर रहे हैं या नहीं कर रहे हैं ड्यूरिंग द इम्प्लीमेंटेशन. ये पेरिफेरल चीजें हैं, बट इससे इम्पैक्ट डेफिनेटली आता है कोई भी इस तरह के ऑटोमेशन इम्प्लीमेंटेशन में. मूविंग ऑन, सो देयर आर सर्टेन मैक्रो रिस्क्स, जो मतलब आप जो पहले जो रिस्क देख रहे थे उसमें से मेन चीजें या सवाल जो है आपके दिमाग में आ सकती है जब भी आप RP इम्प्लीमेंटेशन कर रहे हैं. एंड आई थिंक अपूर जी ने काफी अच्छे से ऊपर के पॉइंट समझाए जो इसके अराउंड ही है सारे. मेन चीज इसमें एक चीज जो कंसिडर करने के लिए है, दैट इज कि जो गवर्नेंस स्ट्रक्चर है, तो कभी भी अगर RPA में चेंजेस करने हैं तो वेदर अ प्रॉपर स्ट्रक्चर इज फॉलोड और नॉट फॉर दोस चेंजेस, क्योंकि उसमें कौन रिस्पॉन्सिबल है फॉर दिस बॉट, इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू आइडेंटिफाई कि ये प्रोसेस का ओनर कौन है, और अगर वो ओनर आइडेंटिफाई कर पा रहा है कि नहीं कर पा रहा है कि अब ये बॉट में चेंज करने का टाइम आया नहीं आया, और अगर वो चेंज करने को बोलते हैं सो हु इज द पर्सन हु इज ऑथराइजिंग दोस चेंजेस. सो ये स्ट्रक्चर अगर रहेगा तो आप यू कैन ट्रैक कि बॉट में क्या चेंजेस हो रहे हैं, सही तरह के चेंजेस हो रहे हैं या नहीं हो रहे. अगर ये स्ट्रक्चर नहीं रहेगा तो काफी बार चांसेस है कि गलत बॉट में चेंजेस हो, एक एरिया हो जाएगा, दूसरे एरिया में वापस आपको प्रॉब्लम आने लगेगा. सो गवर्नेंस स्ट्रक्चर प्लेज अ वेरी बिग रोल ओवर देयर. और दूसरा चेंज मैनेजमेंट जो एक क्रिटिकल फैक्टर है कि जब भी आप ऑटोमेशन या डिजिटाइजेशन करने जाते हैं तब आपको सब टीम को साथ में लाना पड़ता है ये एक्टिविटी में. So that is one more area from a psychological point of view जहाँ पे आप काफी risk या resistance face कर सकते हैं from organization, and you can play a very big role over there again. Do you have any points to add here?
No.
Okay. So जो phases of audit रहेगी basically आप जैसे आपका audit plan करते हैं उसी तरह का है mainly, but कि आप प्लानिंग करेंगे, you'll do a walk through, तो जो CISA और DISA के रिलेटेड आप जो बता रहे थे वो आपका इंफॉर्मेशन ये वॉक थ्रू में कवर हो सकता है. एंड you'll design controls around this कि अब ये इम्प्लीमेंटेशन हुआ तो इसके अराउंड आप क्या क्या कंट्रोल्स चाहिए नहीं चाहिए, एंड you'll do the testing of these controls की बॉट रन करके या looking at other peripheral areas whether it is operating properly or not. And then there will be a reporting element. So it follows all these steps. Do you think is there any similarity between the way that you are doing audit right now और जब इसमें audit करना होगा तो कुछ difference आएगा सर?
See, basically auditing का जो methodology होगा that will be same only. So likewise we have already you mentioned on the left side that जो ऑडिटिंग के फेजेस होते हैं, दैट प्लानिंग, वॉक थ्रू, डिजाइन इवैल्यूएशन, ऑपरेटिंग इफेक्टिवनेस, रिपोर्टिंग, ऑल दीज थिंग्स आर similar or maybe the same which we were following 20 years back also, which we are following right now, and which we will be following when we are doing a audit of a bot also. But the basic difference will be there that आपको वो tool समझना पड़ेगा. This is similar to what we can understand कि अगर आज की डेट पे अगर किसी को टैली नहीं आता ऑडिटर को और उसके क्लाइंट पे टैली ही इंस्टॉल है, देन इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर हिम टू डू एन ऑडिट. मे बी, और थोड़ा सिंपल में बात करें, अगर हमें एक्सेल चलाना नहीं आएगा और क्लाइंट हमें रिपोर्ट्स एक्सेल में देगा, देन इट विल वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर अस टू डू दैट ऑडिट. तो in that manner, since client is implementing that bot, so we also have to understand कि bot को कैसे चलाना है, the basic functions of that bot. और जब bot का ऑडिट करने का हमें मिलेगा, then again कि हमें प्लानिंग करना है, वॉक थ्रू करना है, डिजाइन इवैल्यूएशन, ऑपरेटिंग इफेक्टिवनेस ऑफ दैट बॉट, एंड obviously final reporting. Important aspect is many of the chartered accountants must have done DISA और CISA courses. वहां पर जो चीजें सिखाई गई थी, काफी सारी चीजें वो यहाँ पर भी काम आने वाली है, which is information system and security risk. So वो काफी चीजें यहाँ पर भी काम आने वाली है when we are doing an audit of a bot. Otherwise things would be somewhat similar to what we are doing, जो आप process audits करते हैं या internal audits करते हैं.
Right. Understood.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll take them through the demo. I have certain demo videos that are there, and I'll walk them through that. So Tally से चालू करते हैं. तो screen is visible, right?
Yes.
Okay. So this is a bot where it's done on Tally, जहाँ पे आपका receivables का जो data है वो Tally से extract होता है. अब इसमें एक चीज जो भी ये प्रोसेस हो रहा है, that is being done by a bot, पर आपको ऐसा ही लगेगा कि a human is doing this process. Just that यहाँ पे जो प्रोसेस होगा that will be in a much faster rate. So यहाँ से receivables की file on a regular basis bot is downloading from Tally, and then an email is being sent to the customer for follow up for payment. Based on the due date of based on their due dates. So अगर किसी भी client का 5 दिन बाद या 10 दिन बाद due date आ रहा है for payment, automatically the bot will send an email, and then the reminder का भी count manage रहेगा यहाँ पे कि कितनी reminder emails already भेज चुके हैं. And अगर balance part payment आ गया और balance के ऊपर balance payment ही के ऊपर फॉलो अप करना है, तो बॉट उस हिसाब से स्मार्टली अंडरस्टैंड कर लेगा कि वो उस तरह से फंक्शन डेवलप किया हुआ है कि वो उस तरह का रीड कर पाएगा. सो यहाँ पे आप अगर देखेंगे तो 3 तरह का रीड हो रहा है. मतलब बॉट टैली से इंफॉर्मेशन रीड कर रहा है, उसको एक्सेल में डाल रहा है, एक्सेल में से फिर इंफॉर्मेशन को रीड करके एक मेल ड्राफ्ट करके आपके क्लाइंट के यहाँ पे मेल भेज रहा है. सो 3 डिफरेंट डिजिटल टूल्स का यूज हो रहा है यहाँ पे. एंड I think this could be a very easy but learning step for people who are wanting to get into RPA. जब भी RPA सीखे, this could be a very good use case for you to start with. Second is अब ये जो मैं रेट करेक्शन का आपको जो केस स्टडी दिखा रहा था, एक उसका एक डेमो है जो मैं आपको दिखाऊंगा. सो अब यहाँ पे इनके वेंडर जो है क्लाइंट के, सो देर आर मोर देन 10 वेंडर्स एंड 25 डिफरेंट एक्सेल शीट्स ऑफ दीज वेंडर्स जहाँ पे रेट करेक्शन इनको करना पड़ता है इन दीज वेंडर्स. सो बिकॉज दीज वेंडर्स आर फ्रॉम डिफरेंट लोकेशन, वाघोड़िया, जलंधर, लुधियाना, कुछ साउथ के हैं. तो अब बॉट क्या कर रहा है, सब वेंडर पे पहले उनके वेंडर कोड के हिसाब से उनका रेट रिवाइज कर रहा है. अब ये उन्होंने परचेज रजिस्टर डाउनलोड किया है SAP में से, और यहाँ पे ऑटोमेटिक ये फील्ड्स ऐड कर रहा है एक्सेल में, और यहाँ पे जो भी फॉर्मूला या जो भी डेटा रीड किया है उसको यहाँ पे इनपुट कर रहा है. अब जब यहाँ पे मैं फिल्टर लगाऊंगा तो आप देख पाएंगे सो अब आप देख पाएंगे कि जितने भी आइटम में चेंजेस है उतने आइटम में करंट रेट ये था, अप्रूवल रेट ये था, उसके बीच में डिफरेंस कितना था, उसका क्या इम्पैक्ट आया, और डेबिट नोट बनना चाहिए, सप्लीमेंट्री इनवॉइस बनना चाहिए, वो ऑटोमेटिकली बॉट ने पॉपुलेट कर लिया है आपके एक्सेल फॉर्मूला लगा के। तो जहां आप इसके लिए सपोज मैक्रो क्रिएट करते थे और एफर्ट लगाते थे डिफरेंट शीट्स को रीड करके पहले मास्टर बनाने के बाद फिर आप मैक्रो रन करते थे, वो सब करने की भी जरूरत नहीं है। यहाँ पे बॉट ने पूरा एंड टू एंड प्रोसेस राइट फ्रॉम रिसिप्ट ऑफ ईमेल टिल SAP में एंट्री करने का पूरा प्रोसेस ऑटोमेट कर दिया है। सो जहां मैक्रो में आप कुछ टाइम सेव करते थे, यहाँ पे और भी ज्यादा टाइम आप सेव कर पा रहे हैं इन द सिस्टम। एक नेक्स्ट एग्जांपल है विच इज वेरी कॉमन इन मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इंडस्ट्रीज, जहाँ पे बिल ऑफ मटेरियल की एंट्री इन्वॉल्व रहती है, जहाँ डिजाइन डिपार्टमेंट इन हाउस होता है। तो डिजाइन सॉफ्टवेयर और जो ERP सिस्टम अगर आप यूज कर रहे हैं तो जो दोनों इंटीग्रेटेड नहीं होते हैं, जिसके कारण आप बिल ऑफ मटेरियल जब सिस्टम में मैनेज करना, ERP में मैनेज करना चाहते हैं विद रिस्पेक्ट टू द वर्क ऑर्डर एंड यू वांट टू मैनेज द इन्वेंट्री एंड एवरीथिंग, तो बिल ऑफ मटेरियल की एंट्री आपको हर बार मैनुअली करनी पड़ती है। तो यहाँ पे ये जो बॉट बना है वो क्या करता है, ऑटोमेटिकली डिजाइन सॉफ्टवेयर से बिल ऑफ मटेरियल डाउनलोड कर लेता है, और अब यहाँ पे इनको इस बॉट को फील्ड्स बता दिए कि आपको ये फील्ड्स में एंट्री करनी है बिल ऑफ मटेरियल की। तो ये नंबर, जब भी ये फील्ड पिक करोगे तो आपको ये नंबर में डालने हैं, डिस्क्रिप्शन में डालने हैं, सीधा पॉइंट आउट कर दिया खाली बॉट को। और ये क्रिएट करने में सो इट टुक 1 hour टू डू द डॉक्यूमेंटेशन वर्क फॉर दिस एंड देन इट टुक half an hour जस्ट टू डू द ऑटोमेशन। और वो एक बार हो गया तो यहाँ पे कंपनी ने एक बंदा खाली ये काम ऑटोमेट करने, ये काम मैनुअली एंटर करने के लिए रखा था। दैट पर्सन गॉट फ्री एंड वो फील्ड पे जाके वैल्यू एडेड एक्टिविटी काम करना चालू कर दिया। और ये पूरा प्रोसेस यहाँ पे अभी तो मैं आपको जो दिखा रहा हूँ मे बी 5-6 लाइन आइटम्स है, बट in a day there used to be 10 to 15 designs and more than 100 line items। और काफी बार क्योंकि ह्यूमन इन्वॉल्व रहता था तो ह्यूमन एरर के कारण क्वांटिटी सही तरह से नहीं आई, या तो रेट गलत एंटर किया है या उसका विड्थ लेंथ जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन है गलत कैप्चर किया है, जिसके कारण काफी एरर्स इश्यूज आते थे, फिर बाद में जाके आपको रिकंसिलिएशन करना पड़ता था। तो ये फर्स्ट स्टेज पे ही यहाँ पे बॉट के थ्रू करेक्शन हो गया है। So this is again a simple use case, but a valid one, and काफी companies में आप this could be a beginning point for you as well। और एक और जो मैं आपको बताऊंगा कि ये ऑटोमेटेड इनवॉइस एंट्री का है, जहाँ पे बॉट एक PDF इनवॉइस आ रहा है क्लाइंट का, सो इट इज रीडिंग दैट इनवॉइस एंड ऑटोमेटिकली इट इज वेब बेस्ड ERP सिस्टम का एक्सेस कर रहा है, और वहां पे वो वेंडर से इनवॉइस है उसकी एंट्री या पोस्टिंग कर रहा है। इसमें खाली मेन चीज कंसीडर ये करनी है कि आप भी ये ऑटोमेशन कर सकते हैं, बट इसका लिमिटेशन ये है कि इट शुड बी अ डिजिटली प्रिंटेड इनवॉइस एंड उसके फॉर्मेट्स जितना सिमिलर हो उतना अच्छा है। बट अब जो टूल्स में इंप्रूवमेंट आया, जैसे UiPath has come up with an AI functionality in this, जहाँ पे वो नाम के ऊपर, अब जो सर NLP की बात कर रहे थे, नेचुरल लैंग्वेज प्रोग्रामिंग, सो NLP का एलिमेंट यूज करके तो इनवॉइस या इनवॉइस साउंडिंग सेम वर्ड जहां भी उनको इनवॉइस में मिलता है, इट इज एबल टू ऑटोमेटिकली आइडेंटिफाई दोज फील्ड्स एंड वो फील्ड्स पिकअप करके वो डेटा एंट्री कर पाता है, पिकअप कर पाता है और एंट्री कर पाता है। सो So now bot is going into the ledger, accounts payable का ledger में जा रहा है, जर्नल एंट्री खोलेगा, एक नया जर्नल एंट्री का एक लाइन आइटम नया क्रिएट करेगा, एंड देन इट विल एंटर द डिटेल्स फ्रॉम द इनवॉइस इनटू दिस लेजर। तो टोटल अमाउंट कितना था, मतलब किस कंपनी के नाम पे था, कौन सा डेट था, इनवॉइस का क्या इनवॉइस नंबर है, क्या डिस्क्रिप्शन था उसका, कितना अमाउंट का पेमेंट करना है उसका, and all of those details, and then for each individual line item again की क्या क्या खर्चा था, that is being entered, and then this will be posted. So this is another use case of automation, RPA implementation. Next maybe सर ये GST वाला अगर आप समझा पाए तो।
हाँ, तो इसमें what I'm going to show is basically this is a flow chart तो जैसे अभी आपको मैंने बताया था PDD हम बता रहे थे, तो दिस इज अ वेरी इजी केस ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग दैट हाउ दैट होल प्रोसेस हैज टू बी डॉक्यूमेंटेड. सो अभी हमने आप देखिए the flowchart is very simple and easy, wherein I'm specifically written that open clear text. So basically this is also a action step for that bot. Then enter the username. So this is also a second action step for that bot. Then enter password. Then the bot will log in. Then click on multi-month 2A report. Then it will read GST number from a master file, which will be an Excel file. So at this time you understand that at one point the bot is interacting with our browser and clear text website in our browser, and at this step the bot is reading our master file also, which is in Excel. Then the bot will pick up a particular GST number and it will go into the browser and search that GST number. He will find that GST number and click on that GST number. Then if he will find that regenerate Excel button on that, then it will click on regenerate Excel. If it will not find that, then it will click on download multi, because these two buttons could be there on that particular screen. So we have configured bot in that manner, wherein any of the two button will have to be clicked. After that, there will be the next button which will be download multi-month 2A invoice Excel. Then it will again read whether we have completed all the GST numbers in our Excel master file or not. If it is yes, then bot will stop. If it is no, then again it will go on the home page, and it will again start from step number B, where I have mentioned here. Now I'm going to show you basically the bot here. I have to share my screen where. One second.
विराट जी
Yes, sir.
अपूर्व जी को प्रेजेंटर बना सकते हैं क्या? हाँ.
I have done that. My screen is visible, Mudit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so basically this is the UI of UiPath, user interface of UiPath. So आप सब देख सकते हैं that ये ऐसा सॉफ्टवेयर दिखता है. Basically the look and feel of this software. और यहाँ पर जैसे मोदी जी ने स्टार्टिंग में बताया था कि यहाँ पर कोडिंग की जरूरत नहीं होती है. यहाँ पर ड्रॉग एंड ड्रॉप का ऑप्शन होता है. जैसे आप देखेंगे कि मैं यहाँ करूंगा तो ये यहाँ से आपको क्लिक करना है बटन को और यहाँ पे ड्रॉप कर देना है. देखिए आपको दिख रहा है. तो समथिंग सिमिलर टू दैट, बट अभी मैं नहीं करूंगा बिकॉज ये बॉट ऑलरेडी हमने बनाया हुआ है. आपको यहाँ दिख रहा होगा कि ये डिफरेंट फंक्शंस हैं जो हमने इसके अंदर डाले हुए हैं. आप देखें इनपुट, एंटर ईमेल, देन कंटिन्यू, आपको कुछ ऐसा दिख रहा होगा. तो दिस इज नथिंग बट आर action steps or maybe the process steps of how to download the GSTR 2A report from ClearTax. And आपको देखिए हमने वहां पे देखे थे दो टाइप के बटन दिखते हैं, रीजनरेट एक्सेल और डाउनलोड. तो हमने यहाँ पर इफ देन एल्स का फॉर्मूला लगाया हुआ है जो हम एक्सेल में भी सब देखते थे. तो दिस इज एग्जैक्टली दैट ओनली कि इफ इट विल फाइंड रीजनरेट बटन तो तब तो वो इस बटन को क्लिक कर देगा, अदरवाइज एल्स इट विल क्लिक ऑन दिस नेक्स्ट बटन. सो दिस इज नथिंग बट इफ देन एल्स फॉर्मूला विच वी यूज इन एक्सेल. फिर यहाँ पे क्लिक्स के भी बटन्स होते हैं. अब मैं इस बॉट को रन करने वाला हूँ एंड यू ऑल कैन सी माय स्क्रीन कि माय गूगल क्रोम ब्राउजर इज नॉट ओपन राइट नाउ एंड नीदर माय एक्सेल आल्सो. नाउ आई विल जस्ट रन दैट बॉट एंड you will see that how this whole process will. Okay, so now bot has started the thing. It has opened my browser. Now I'm not entering anything. It is automatically entered my username, then password. Then it has clicked on login. Then once this clear text site is open, it will click on multi-month 2A report and it is searching a GST number. It has searched that GST number which we have defined in Excel. Now you can see that it is trying to find out that button which we have defined there. So it has found that regenerate Excel button here in blue that you have seen. It has clicked on that button. The bot is actually running. I'm not using my keypad here right now. This is the UiPath bot which is doing this. Now it is clicking on download multi-month report. It has downloaded. See, you can see that that Excel report has been downloaded. Now it has again gone back to home page because our Excel file was not complete and we still have some more GST numbers to be find out. Then it has find out the next one. Then it will scroll down. See this, the screen was scrolled down automatically by the bot itself to find out that required button here. Now again, it has gone back to home page. See, 2 reports have been downloaded here. It is searching third one. Again, same function is being repeated here. So this is the repetitive step, what we are calling this mundane task, or maybe the repetitive task. So you can understand that how repetitive the same task will be. Now, if a CA firm who is having say 100 odd clients of say GST, and at a month end they have to generate and download this GST or 2A reports, and if they have to share with someone or may have to do certain kind of analysis, then one person has to spend approximately half a day just to download that report. Now, if we have this kind of bot there in their system of that particular person in that CA firm, that bot will do that activity maybe in half an hour, which a person will do may say 4 or 5 hours.
Right, and then you don't need to, मतलब bot में एक चीज है कि if you are running the bot तो आप कुछ और परफॉर्म नहीं कर सकते, पर ये bot आप रात को प्रोग्राम करके रख सकते हो, तो सुबह when you reach office तो आपके पास ऑलरेडी ये सब फोल्डर में फाइल डाउनलोडेड अवेलेबल रहेगी.
Now we can see that bot has automatically stopped. मैं आपको दिखाता हूँ, देखिए मैंने इसके आउटपुट पे क्लिक करा and it has taken 2 minutes 42 seconds to do whole this process. देखिए bot has started and it has execution completed, ended. So now I can see my downloads report. अब ये देखिए 4 Excel reports have been downloaded here. We can see the time as well, 17, 42, 42, 43, 44. So basically this is the 4 reports that we have done. Now I'll show you that Excel file as well, wherein we had captured that master. So from that we can validate whether all the Excel files have been downloaded or not. See, we have 4 only. So we have 4 GST numbers, and corresponding to these 4 GST numbers, we have 4 Excel files, and the GST numbers are also matching. So that denotes that our bot has performed exactly in the same manner in which we have defined. So the function has been completed based on this activity. Yeah, Mudit bhai, I think you can take it forward now.
Yeah, so I think we are coming to an end. If you can.
Okay, I'll just pitch in between. Yeah.
मैं कर लेता हूँ.
Sure. Last, I think this is an important slide for all of us. Basically, this is wherein we just wanted to convey that how we can learn RPA tool. So first is from our institute as well, because our institute has given a this thing PQC की website के ऊपर a self-learning platform available is there, wherein we can learn and understand about RPA. But here we are not going to learn about the tools. Basically, the tool which I have just shown you, which is UiPath, but ICAI का जो material है, course material, that will give you a very fair understanding and the idea about what is RPA, where is it going to be in use, what is the role of people like us, how we have to implement, importance, challenges, and things like that, because these are the basic prerequisites of learning any new technology. Then when we are moving over to how to learn that particular tool, then we have to go to that website. So like Mudit has already discussed that free sessions are available, or free classes are available from these tools. In that manner, UiPath has its own academy, which I have given the link here. Then again, Automation Anywhere is again one of the very major tool available in market. Uska bhi, there is a university they have online, wherein free technical sessions are available how to learn. Then in the same way, Udemy or any other online this technology platform, education platform, maybe you will find a lot of course materials on RPA as well. So through that, I think RPA के ऊपर we can gradually learn and build somewhat similar to these small bots, जैसा मैंने आपको आज दिखाया.
एक और चीज खाली पॉइंट आउट करना चाहूंगा, तो इस एरिया में इन्वेस्टमेंट भी काफी हो रहा है. And Automation Anywhere is actually an Indian company which is amongst the top 2 in the world right now. So UiPath and Automation Anywhere are competing, and they've raised billions of dollars in this technology. So I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot of automation in the near time, and a lot of corporates and MSME organizations moving forward. and there's a lot of opportunity for everyone to be part of it. If there is any queries, if anyone has, they want to ask any questions, Virag ji, how do you want to take it forward?
Yeah, there are few questions in the question tab. Like that.
Okay.
1 second, yeah. Okay, one question I can see, these RPA processes are done in backend or a dedicated system is required for each RPA. So basically, once that RPA, so RPA basically require a dedicated system. So like Mudit has already told that what we can do if there is not a dedicated system, then a server or any kind of system which is there in the office, the RPA, the timing can be set like that, that during the night, RPA can be run. But definitely once that RPA is being running into the system, you cannot do any other activity that time in the same system.
Yeah. I think another question is, can it be used for making entering data from multiple invoices into Excel? Definitely. I think if your invoices are in good digital formats, if they're scanned properly, then you can read data from that and then enter into Excel. You shouldn't be having any issue. I think another question is, how does automation work in case where for accessing data from a website, we need to read certain numbers or characters, type in a box correctly. Exam income tax, we need to read and type alphabets or numbers correctly. So these are called CAPTCHAs, and these bots have OCR readers. So, and all these websites are trying to keep up like income tax and all, to not allow bots to actually read them. But these bots are also getting smarter day by day, and their OCR capabilities are improving, and you can apply OCR to see if they are able to read that CAPTCHA or not. But recommended over here is that you can manually log into this website into your account by entering the CAPTCHA, and then you can let the bot trigger once you have logged into the website. How does, I think it's the same question. It says, RPA software will be remain to filing of ITR. Yeah, so income tax return, I think CompuTax most of you will be using. So we have created a bot wherein you can actually, whatever information that you've collated in Excel, that same information now you don't need to manually punch into the CompuTax tool. You can easily create a bot which can read all the fields from Excel and enter into the CompuTax ITR return softwares.
There's a next query, ready-made RPA for CA in practice. So I think I don't think ready-made RPA solutions are available, but yes, some bots are already available on the websites of these tools. Like UiPath has some ready-made available bots on their website, but to have that bot installed in our this desktop and computers, and to have that implement in your company, you need to have certain customization. But definitely for CA practice, there are a lot of customized work are there, somewhat similar to what I have shown today, and somewhat related to some admin work. So you may or may not find, but yes, if we learn the basics of RPA, you can make that bot yourself. So similar to that is a next question, that to learn RPA, what IT skills is required. So personally, I am not a IT person, I am a chartered accountant, but I've learned that RPA tool not in detail, but a basics of it through on my own itself through that UiPath Academy. So what you can do, you can go on UiPath website, you can search on the Google UiPath Academy, you can log in, make your Google account, and you can search what all courses are available, and these are self-learning course as per your convenience, your time. You can learn that, you can access those courses, and they also give examples of various bots. So once you are making your bot, there is a readily available bot available on their platform also. You can download it, compare it with your one, and you can just learn what are the things that or challenges that you are facing. Also, there are documentation available on that academy or that platform. So it is very easy for us to read the document also. So there are videos, there are documents, there are examples. So all these 3-4 things will help us to learn that bot on our own. then
Yeah.
Mudit, there is a which is the best RPA tool for financial statement preparations? What do you suggest?
I think all the tools are good enough if you know a good IT person, or if you are able to learn RPA on your own and prepare this financial statement. But I would recommend you to learn UiPath. I think with UiPath, the process of developing financial statement will be fairly simple, and you will be able to do it on your own.